Comedian Dave Rattigan.
Sí, bueno, bienvenidos otra vez. Y estamos aquí con el comediante Dave Rattigan. How are you today, Dave?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now here's what we're going to do because of the courtesy of our great director Dave Palomares. We're going to talk to you for a couple of minutes and we're going to go to your DVD so we can have a sampling of your comedy and then we're going to come back and talk some more.
Okay.
Así que vamos a hablar con Dave por un poquito y después vamos a ir al DVD de él que nos va a enseñar un poco de su talento y después vamos a seguir hablando con Dave.
Beautiful.
Sí.
Now Dave is a freelance writer as well as a stand-up comedian. Let's ask him, Dave, how did you become a stand-up comedian?
I always wanted to do it, and then I got divorced, so I had a little time. So I took a class at Cambridge Center for Adult Education.
Really?
And I did that one stand-up set, and I was pretty good. So somebody saw me, and they said, "You want to come do my show?" And somebody else saw me, and said, "You want to come do my show?" And 15 years later, here I am.
That's amazing.
Le acabamos de preguntar a Dave que cómo entró él a ser, bueno, primero que todo él es escritor y también es comediante, entonces Leonard le pregunta que cómo él entró a ser comediante y él dijo que primero que todo se divorció, así que tuvo un poquito más de tiempo y cuando tomó una clase le dieron su talento la primera vez que lo hizo y le pidieron que siguiera y siguiera haciendo comedia.
This reminds me of advanced Spanish class.
Yeah.
I didn't understand anything in that class either. I find this interesting. One of the ways that people turn, or let's say, there are certain times people become comedians.
Yeah.
They either become comedians very young, or women frequently when they turn 30, women frequently when they turn 40, men and women when they get divorced. And then other people who they get a little old, and people when they retire.
In life-changing moments, they turn to comedy.
Well, let's put it this way: they try it, and then they decide if they want to do it some more. And I think a lot of it's that fear. The fear gets put aside because whatever is coming up, and they think, hey, I'm 30 years old. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it.
Wow.
I've done sketch comedy, like doing characters and things like that, but stand-up kind of terrifies me a little bit.
Yeah, it can be terrifying. Have you ever tried stand-up?
Well, people tell me I'm very funny.
Yeah.
I don't try to be funny. So
Okay.
I think if I try, I might be okay.
I think you'd be great at it.
You think so?
I think you should do stand-up next show. What do you think?
That would be fun to watch.
Well, maybe you can write my lines for me.
I could work with you. I could work with you. I could
thank you.
punch up your lines, and we'll stand you up there. We'll see how you do.
You really want to put me on the spot,
Yeah,
don't you?
that seems like.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, I'm getting hot already. I'm getting
We're
nervous.
getting the cue, and I forgot what it was for, but it's for Dave's comedy. That's my punchline
Yes,
right
so we're
there.
going to go watch that right now.
And then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cycle Club. At the end of the show, they gave me this beautiful thick hooded sweatshirt, which was kind of disappointing because they said they'd give me $500. And they put me in a hotel with a sleep number bed, which was a new experience for me. Have you tried these, the sleep number beds? Yeah, I spent 5 hours trying to figure out my stupid sleep number. So finally I did what I always do. I turned to alcohol. Turns out that my sleep number is Jack Daniels' old number 7. I was with I had my daughter today. I have a daughter. I'm 50 years old. I have a 3-year-old daughter. My mother says the best thing about being a grandmother is that she can enjoy the baby, but she can leave whenever she wants. Which is why we don't let her babysit anymore. I had my dad babysit last weekend though, so you know that was an emergency. He's on his way over. I'm thinking I could just call DSS and turn myself in. I'm serious. I was driving away. I'm thinking to myself, I got an 80-year-old back there with a 3-year-old. I know when I get back, one of them's going to be dead. I'm just not sure which one. So I had my daughter today. So I was babysitting my daughter, and I realized that women hate it when you say you're babysitting your own child. That's right. And you didn't have to interrupt the show. I could tell from the nasty faces down the front. Have you made this mistake, guys? You say you're babysitting, and it's like, and the women go, it's like, it's not babysitting when it's your own child. Right? Does that mean I have to give my wife her money back? Because I'm only charging her $5 an hour. I think that's a pretty good deal. She's beautiful, my daughter. She's beautiful. I think she looks like me when I was a little one, but I'm a middle child, so there were no pictures. Yeah, she's like a supermodel. She is, because she's 30 pounds. A lot of issues with kids. We had a fight before the baby was born about the baby's name, because my wife wanted to name the baby an unusual name that she found in a book. And I wanted to sell the naming rights on eBay. Because having a kid is expensive, and I wanted to do the best I could for little TD Banknorth Rattigan. Because I got to pay for a college education for her and her little sister, Staples. Man, oh man, what a reality check this has been, being a father. When she was born 3 years ago, my wife and I, we said there will be no television for this child. Yeah, we still have a strict rule, no more than 7 hours a day. And I made a mistake as a parent. I bought a house with 1 bathroom. Yeah, which is not a good idea, because sometimes Daddy just likes to read that Sunday paper in peace. That's right, because he doesn't want it to clear out just because somebody needs to earn a sticker. Last Sunday, I had been in there for 45 minutes. I gave her 2 stickers. It's a beautiful theater, by the way. There's a wonderful restoration of this theater, I gotta say. It's just fantastic. And So you people ever heard of air conditioning? Just saying. How you doing? Beautiful. Beautiful. You know what I've learned, by the way, being a parent? You know what I've learned that I did not know? When you're a parent, you know who can raise your child better than you can? Everybody. I mean, everybody, not just the neighbors, not just your in-laws, everybody. My buddy is at my house. When my daughter was 2 years old, he's at my house, he's saying, you're not being strict enough with her. I finally said to him, I said, you don't even have kids. He says, no, but I got a dog. Then I'm changing her diaper, and he stands over my shoulder and says, you know, if you stick her nose in that, she'll stop.